Could the Toronto Maple Leafs have found their next fan favorite? A young Russian forward has already made headlines with his infectious personality and impressive debut antics. Fans are buzzing about his potential to become a star in the city. Stay tuned as we dive into the reasons why this player could become an essential part of the Leafs' future. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with the latest buzz surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nikita Grebenkin is quickly becoming a name that every Toronto Maple Leafs fan should know. His early performances have not only showcased his skills on the ice but have also revealed a personality that fans are gravitating towards. You know, that moment during his NHL debut when he quipped, "Backcheck, forecheck, paycheck"? That was a game changer. It set the tone for who he is as a player and a person. This kind of humor and charm is essential in a market as intense as Toronto, where the fan base loves players who can connect with them both on and off the ice. But what really makes Grebenkin stand out? For starters, he possesses that winning personality that is crucial for any player looking to win over fans in Toronto. His ability to engage with the audience, combined with his laid-back attitude, makes him an instant favorite. In a city that thrives on entertainment and connection, Grebenkin fits right in. I mean, let's be honest, his charisma not only helps him deal with the pressure but also makes him a player that fans can rally behind. Then there's his grit on the ice. Grebenkin isn't just another fast skater, he plays with a tenacity that the Leafs fans admire. He doesn't shy away from the dirty areas and handles the puck with confidence. His two-way game balances offensive creativity and defensive responsibility, making him a valuable asset to the team. Whether it's setting up scoring chances or shutting down the opposition, his effort is palpable. And let's face it, fans love players who leave it all out there on the ice. Now, let's talk about cultural adaptability. The Toronto fan base is incredibly diverse, and they appreciate players who make an effort to integrate into the community. Grebenkin has shown that he is eager to embrace Toronto's unique culture, and that's a big deal. This connection goes beyond hockey. It's about being part of the fabric of the city. His willingness to engage with fans and learn about the community will only strengthen that bond. I genuinely believe he has the potential to be as beloved as some of the all-time fan favorites in Maple Leafs history. On top of that, the early indications suggest that Grebenkin has the potential to make a significant impact in the top six. His skill set is versatile, and as he builds chemistry with established stars like Auston Matthews and John Tavares, the sky's the limit. The Leafs could really benefit from his offensive upside combined with solid defensive play. Fans should keep their eyes peeled for him to become a consistent presence on the ice, adding depth to an already talented roster. And let's not overlook the legacy aspect. Toronto fans have a rich history of embracing players who bring a mix of skill, personality, and perseverance. Grebenkin seems to have all the right ingredients to carve his name into that legacy. His blend of courageous play, infectious personality, and fan engagement echoes the traits of some of the most cherished players in franchise history. If he continues to shine and develop, he could very well become a cornerstone of the Maple Leafs for years to come. So, where do we stand? I think we're witnessing the early stages of what could be a fantastic career for Grebenkin in Toronto. His unique skill set, winning attitude, and strong work ethic make him a player to watch. The growing chemistry with his teammates and his ability to connect with fans lay a promising foundation for future success. As news surrounding Nick Robertson are heating up, and, honestly, it's hard not to feel a mix of frustration and concern as a die-hard Toronto Maple Leafs fan. It seems like his time with the Leafs could be coming to an end, and this is not just a wild guess. According to insiders, his placement on the third line, even with Auston Matthews back in the lineup, signals a troubling outlook for the young forward. Let's break this down. Nick has had a tough season, to say the least. The fact that he can't secure a spot in the top six, especially when the team is dealing with injuries, raises some serious questions. I mean, if he can't make the cut now, when will he? With Pontus Holmberg getting the nod instead, it's clear the coaching staff is looking for something different, something that Robertson hasn't been able to deliver consistently. Justin Bourne, a well-respected insider, makes a compelling point. If Toronto is going to keep Robertson from offensive opportunities, they might as well trade him to get some assets back. It's a bit of a harsh reality, but it makes sense. The Leafs need players who can generate chances, and if Nick isn't able to prove he belongs in that role, it could be time for a change. Now, looking back, Robertson had some bright spots. He led the team in goals during the preseason, which made us hopeful. But after a shaky summer, waiting for a trade that didn't happen, and signing a one-year extension, it feels like those moments of promise have faded away. With just one goal and no assists so far this season, it's becoming increasingly difficult to justify giving him more responsibility on this team. We've seen what players like Zach Hyman and Matt Bunting brought to the table, not to mention the contributions of Tyler Bertuzzi and Matthew Knies. They've all had seasons with 50-plus points, and while Robertson may not have that kind of track record, the Leafs need someone with the ability to create plays and score. If he's not that guy, it's a tough pill to swallow, but a trade might be the best option. Looking toward the future, it seems like Brad Treliving has a tough decision ahead. Holding on to Robertson when he could potentially yield some value is risky. The last thing we want is to lose him for nothing when he becomes a free agent. So, should the Leafs pull the trigger on a trade? It's a tricky situation. On one hand, we want to see our young talent flourish, but on the other, we can't ignore the reality of his performance, or lack thereof. I'm genuinely torn here. Is trading Robertson the right move? Part of me wants to see him succeed in Toronto, but if he's not getting the opportunities or producing, what's the point of keeping him? I want to hear what you think. Do you believe this is the way to go, or should we hold on a bit longer and see if he can turn it around? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we navigate this season, every decision feels monumental, and the stakes are high for our beloved Leafs. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the latest updates. Make sure you hit that notification bell to stay in the loop on all things Toronto Maple Leafs. Your voice matters, and I can't wait to read your opinions on this situation.